Here we have a very special addendum to Sundry Sports and Sundry News for today, Tuesday, June 23rd. FBI says, this is from ESPN, FBI says, rope had been in Talladega garage since last fall. Bubba Wallace not victim of hate crime. The FBI has determined that NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace was not the victim of a hate crime and that a pull rope, fashioned like a noose, so to close the garage door, I'm guessing, fashioned like a noose, had been on a garage door at Talladega Superspeedway since as early as last fall, NASCAR said Tuesday. Or, you could just take the whole noose thing out of it, fashion like a handle? Because if it's a pull rope, isn't it a lot easier to pull on something that's looped rather than just hanging loose, NASCAR said Tuesday. The FBI report concludes, and photographic evidence confirms that the garage door pull rope, fashioned like a noose, or loop, had been positioned there since as early as last fall, NASCAR said in its statement. This was obviously well before the 43 team's arrival and garage assignment, 43 being the number of Bubba Wallace's car. We appreciate the FBI's quick and thorough investigation and are thankful to learn that this was not an intentional, racist act against Bubba. We remain steadfast in our commitment to providing a welcoming and inclusive environment for all who love racing. By the way, a noose is not necessarily racist. Many millions of people have been hanged throughout history, and honestly, I would probably guess that a minority of them have been black people. Probably mostly white people. Just gonna say, including lynchings. Lynchings happened to white people as well as black people. Okay, so nothing inherently racist about a noose. Just putting that out there. On Sunday, blah, 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 rope fashioned into a noose was found in the garage stall of Wallace less than 2 weeks after NASCAR's only black driver successfully pushed the stock car racing series to ban the Confederate flag at its tracks and facilities. On Monday, Wallace was joined by all 39 other drivers and their crews in a march down pit road as they pushed his number 43 to the front of the line in the moments before the race. When the group reached the front line Monday, Wallace climbed out of his car and wept. "This sport is changing," Wallace said after the race. "The pre-race deal was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to witness in my life. From all the supporters, from drivers to crew members, everybody here, the badass fan base, thank you guys for coming out. This is truly incredible, and I'm glad to be a part of this sport." Of course, nobody's going to admit that they were completely silly, that they made this big fuss over nothing. Of course, it's all still going to be, the importance of the conversation. Just as a little extra, we've also got Daily Wire. Breaking, FBI concludes, no federal crime committed in Bubba Wallace noose case. Quote, noose case. Federal law enforcement officials announced on Tuesday that no federal crimes were committed in the case of NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace, finding that what he claimed was a noose in his garage stall over the weekend. Was it that he was the one who started it? Like, honestly, it really was him who saw it and was like, "Oh my god, that's a noose. Somebody's threatening me. Somebody's being racist against me." Seriously? In a statement, the FBI said, on Monday, 15 FBI special agents conducted numerous interviews regarding the situation at Talladega Superspeedway. After a thorough review of the facts and evidence surrounding this event, we have concluded that no federal crime was committed. The FBI learned that garage number 4, they didn't even, I'm just saying, this whole thing started on Sunday. They did all their investigation on Monday. That's pretty quick. They couldn't even wait any time at all just to see what the FBI said before they went all in on this is so racist. This is terrible. Let's all stand behind Bubba Wallace. They couldn't give it any time. We're not allowed any doubt whatsoever. We're not allowed any sort of, this is just due process, of events. It's ridiculous. After a thorough review of the facts and evidence surrounding this event, we have concluded that no federal crime was committed, or, no crime whatsoever. The FBI learned that garage number 4, where the noose was found, was assigned to Bubba Wallace last week. The investigation also revealed evidence, including authentic. I would be interested to know how many other of these garages at Talladega have handy pull ropes on their garage doors that are fashioned in a loop to make it easy to pull. Honestly, they should have done a little investigating into that too. That can't be the only garage. The investigation also revealed evidence, including authentic video confirmed by NASCAR, that the looped rope found in garage number 4 was in that garage as early as October 2019. Although the noose is now known to have been in garage number 4 in 2019, nobody could have known Mr. Wallace would be assigned to garage number 4 last week. The decision not to pursue federal charges is proper after reviewing all available facts and all applicable federal laws. We offer our thanks to NASCAR, Mr. Wallace, and everyone who cooperated with this investigation. How about we offer an apology to all of those, white people? To all of those nice Southern NASCAR fans who were badmouthed, who probably went through quite a bit of vitriol because supposedly one of them had put a noose in Bubba Wallace's garage. No apologies for that? The FBI has completed its investigation at Talladega Superspeedway and determined that Bubba Wallace was not the target of a hate crime, NASCAR said in a statement. The FBI report concludes, and photographic evidence confirms that the garage door pull rope fashioned like a noose had been positioned there since as early as last fall. This was obviously well before the 43 team's arrival and garage assignment. We appreciate the FBI's quick and thorough investigation and are thankful to learn that this was not an intentional, racist act against Bubba. We remain steadfast in our commitment to provide a welcoming and inclusive environment for all who love racing, and unless you want to fly the Confederate flag. Unless you're a proud Southerner who wants to show a little rebel spirit, then you're not welcome. And yes, I'll admit, this was apparently not a hoax put on by one of his crew members to drum up more publicity. It just kind of happened that way. He got a fuck ton of publicity and a fuck ton of love and a fuck ton of support for no fucking reason. But okay, yes, I was wrong. It was not placed there intentionally. But this really illustrates my point that I've had in the past, in more than one video, I'm pretty sure. So, when you are living in a lie, when you live your life completely, wholly bought into a lie, such as, systemic racism, such as that everybody you meet is racist against you, even if it's just subconsciously. When you are living your life wholly bought into that lie, then you see racism or threats where they don't exist. This man obviously has wholly bought into that lie. And he sees a noose where there is no noose. He sees a threat to himself where there is no threat. Where somebody would come along and see, oh, that's a pull rope. How handy. I can just grab it and pull because it's looped. I won't get rope burn. Where somebody else sees a pull rope, he sees a noose. Because he's been conditioned that way because of the lie that he has been fed probably his whole life, simply because of the color of his skin. It's tragic. It's ridiculous. It's completely unnecessary, uncalled for, and should be it's a crime. It's a crime against entire communities, entire families. Stop lying. Stop lying to your kids. Stop lying to each other. Everybody has somebody who doesn't like them. And quite often, the person who doesn't like you doesn't really have a good reason. Okay? That doesn't mean that everybody doesn't like you. That doesn't mean that everybody has something against you. So just stop. You're being ridiculous. You're being a baby. You're being a little child. Oh, wah. Somebody's being mean to me. Only nobody was actually being mean to you. Okay. That's it. Thank you and goodbye.